what I'm going to show you today is how to use AutoTrader. Okay, so if you've never used this before, this is like a method to buy vehicles. Okay, so what's cool, what you're going to have to do is put in your postal code. Okay, you can pick any postal code that's, I don't know, K7P could be, is anything Kingston really, I think. And then what you have to do from there is you can select what kind of vehicle you like, or if you're not too particular, you can just hit search. Okay, but what you can do here is you can go through all the different kind of makes. Okay, so let's say maybe, and what I'll do here is I'll do the practical choice. Okay, and I'll let you guys have some fun with the dream car, right? But what you're gonna see here is the difference between each of these. Okay, so what you're gonna have to do is, well, let's say we're just gonna pick maybe just a Honda as a practical car. Okay, and then you can pick the model. Okay, so we could say even a Honda Civic or something. Okay, max price, you could say I don't know, 12,500. Okay, typically I would say if you're, this is a good like spot to spend money for a vehicle, a used one. Okay, if you start getting down into here, you might get lucky, but you might get something that has some issues, right? So this isn't a bad spot to spend on a vehicle, right? So then we can click search. Okay, and it's going to populate all the different cars, okay, that come up. And what you're going to see here is sometimes they're from dealers and sometimes they're from like private sales. Okay, but what you can see here is what we were talking about with our interest rates. Okay, so you get $64 bi-weekly. Okay, and you're going to get charged 7%. Okay, annually. Okay, but some important things here, you can, like, it has a description of the vehicle and everything. Okay, and then there's your mileage. Okay, that's important to pay attention to as well. You typically want lower mileage, but with lower mileage you're going to pay more. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, okay, and this is the point of, you can see here there's a private seller. What you can do is we'll just click on, let's just click on this one, 2015. Okay, now it's going to give you a whole bunch of information. Okay, it's got some manual, front wheel drive, 91,000. Okay, all this stuff. But for the purposes of what you're doing, we're trying to come up with how much it's going to cost us. Okay, and so in your table, if we go back to our table here, okay, and sometimes it's not here. Okay, so you're going to have to Google it. So we can put in our practical choice here. We can put a 2015 Honda Civic. Okay, and then the gas tank size. Okay, you can go over and say, okay, is it here or is it not here? Sometimes it's down. Sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. Okay, so if you can't find this particular one, you can always do, you can always go, okay, 2015 Honda Civic. Okay, it's that. Sometimes you could even put gas tank size. Oh, you guys can't see my search bar. Gas tank size in liters, you could even say. Okay, it's still not doing it. So typically the gallons is like the American volume. Okay, what you're gonna need to find is the liters though, because you can see in AutoTrader. In AutoTrader, they're giving you the information in liters per 100 kilometers. So you need to find the liter number. You can't use the gallons. Okay, That was just the first link too, so we should be able to find something. Okay, maybe under mechanical. A little bit harder to find this one. No, sometimes it can be really easy. Sometimes it can be, well, what you can do here is just type this, take 13.2 gallons, because we know that. 2 gallons to liters. You can type that in. Okay, there you go. You can call that a 50-liter tank. Okay, so then you're gonna go back to your Google Doc. You're gonna go, okay, it's 50 liters. Okay, it's 50 liters. Okay, and then we can say the current gas price is 90 cents, we'll say. Okay, it's pretty low right now. Dollars, 90 cents per liter. Okay, now this one's a calculation that you're gonna have to do. Okay, but first you're gonna see here that it's from a quarter tank. Okay, so most people, like some people, leave filling up their tank to the very end, but I typically fill up, once I get to about a quarter tank, I'll fill it up, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna need what a quarter tank is. Okay, that's the first step. So what you're gonna have to do is a quarter, 1/4, okay, is equal to 0.25, right? 0.25, okay, and you have to multiply that against how big your tank is. That's 50 liters, right? It's 50 liters, okay? And then that's going to tell you the answer to that. We can pull up our calculator. This goes 0.25 times 50 is 12.25. So that's how many liters you would have in your tank, right? That's how many liters are in your tank if you're a quarter full. Okay. Now, the difference between that number and the 50, so if I do 50, I don't want to highlight it. So if I do 50 minus the 12.5, right, that's going to give me, where's my calculator? If I do 50 minus the 12.5, it's 37.5, okay? We're almost done. This is a little bit of a, but this is useful. 37.5 liters, okay? Okay. This is how much gas, when you go to the pump, you need to put in. Okay. Now, one more step. So this is the number that, this is the amount of gas that we're going to put in our gas tank. It's 37.5 liters. Okay. Now, what you need to do is take that and you do it's the amount of gas that you need, 37.5, right, liters. And you're going to multiply that by the price of gas. Okay. That's going to be $0.90 per liter. Okay. And so from there, you can just type this in your calculator now. And this is going to be the amount of money that it's going to cost you to fill your tank when it's sitting at a quarter. Okay, so let's go to our calculator here, pull this up. We're gonna go 0, or sorry, well, you can do it in any order. 0.9 multiplied by 37.5. There you go. So how much it's going to cost you? $33 and was it 75 cents? Right? $33.75. Okay, that's the amount. That's how much it's going to cost you. Price to fill tank. Okay. Okay. So you can do the exact same thing here, except this time you don't need to do this calculation. Okay, because we're still from a quarter tank. Okay. So what you can do here is I need to put 37 in. Okay, but this time I'm going to do the 37.5 liters, okay, and I'm going to multiply that by the price of $1.35. Okay, so your idea is like, okay, worst case scenario, you could put in any number. If it's $1.50 per liter, like what is the price of gas going to go to? You can do your what it's at right now, 90 cents, and what you maybe it could get to in worst case scenario, so that you can make the best informed decision that you can, right? So you're gonna go, you're taking the 37.5 and you're gonna multiply it by the price, just like what we did down here, to figure out how much it was gonna cost. Okay, but this time we're talking about if the gas price is $1.35 per liter. Okay, so we're gonna go $1.35 per liter, right? And so we're gonna get a number, and that number is going to be pull up our calculator. It's 37.5 multiplied by 1.35. Okay, it's $50 and what did I say? 50.63. Okay. Oops. So there you go. Okay, this is how much it's going to cost. Look, it's almost $17 more to fill your tank at this price every time, right? So at $1.35, it will cost per liter, sorry, will cost $50.63. Okay, and then the gas consumption, these are two numbers that you're going to get from AutoTrader. Okay, and all this means is like how much gas are you going to use to drive around the city. Okay, and we'll do more with this tomorrow or your next lesson. I'll show you how to actually, like, how often are you going to have to put gas in your tank. Okay, that's what I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to have two numbers here, highway and city, because your vehicle burns different amounts of gas depending if you're driving in the city versus the highway. Okay, so we're going to go back to our add, and these ones are pretty like easy to find. You can see these most of the time right away. Okay, you're going to get 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers. Okay, and all I want you to do is record these numbers so that we can use them in the next lesson. Okay, and then you're going to go here, you're going to get the highway. Okay, go back, and we'll put that in there. Okay, and then you're done. Okay, and we'll do more. Okay, so ultimately the goal is going to be how often are you going to have to fill your tank, right? And is your practical choice actually practical? But it will be relative to your dream car, depending, well, shouldn't say that, but most dream cars are probably not as fuel efficient as some of the practical choices, I would say. Okay, and so you can see that in the differences in these numbers, how much gas they burn for every 100 kilometers driving in the city, okay, versus how much gas you burn every 100 kilometers driving on the highway. Okay, so that's it. I want you guys to come up, do this 3 times, find 3 different vehicles. Okay, and if you wouldn't mind, actually, I'll add this into the including the year and price. Okay, that way we have it and we can keep track of it. So let's go back here and we'll record the price for this vehicle. Okay, they want 11,495. $495. Okay. And you may as well record the kilometers too. Okay, this is all information that you're going to want to know. Okay, it's 90. We can call that 91,000. Okay. Okay, that's it, guys. So this is going to allow you to make a more informed decision about the smartest choice towards how much gasoline you're going to burn for any sort of vehicle, right? And you can follow this process in real life. Hopefully you're going to use this, like if a 2015 Honda Civic is the car that you're looking to buy, right? Then you can use this process to figure out how much it's going to cost you and weigh it against another practical choice versus your dream car, right? And how much it's going to cost you in the long run, okay, over the time of owning the car. Just gas, right? We've already looked at the price of insurance too, right? So you're going to start adding all these things up and you're going to start to see how much it's going to cost you to actually own a vehicle. And then you can weigh that against taking public transport, okay? So that's it for today. I hope this is a fun exercise, okay? I think it's kind of cool and you're going to use this for sure, okay? So let me know if you have any questions and I can help you out.